Have you ever wondered how Florida harvests 2.3 million pounds of stone crab claws worth $35 million each year without depleting the crab population? These remarkable crustaceans can actually regrow their harvest claws, making them one of the most sustainable seafood options in the world. Let's explore the process behind catching and processing these distinctive crabs. Stone crabs have a hard oval body, firm claws, and environmentally friendly harvesting methods. Unlike most seafood, stone crabs are not harvested whole. Their claws alone are removed, leaving the crab to grow new appendages when released. They are commercially harvested for their sweet, tender meat, which commands high prices in seafood restaurants and fine dining restaurants. The claws are the only part harvested and are typically served cold with a traditional mustard sauce or melted butter. Step 1. Preparing the specialized boats and traps. Specialized boats that are used for stone crab harvesting can be seen on Florida's coastal waters during the 7th-month season between October and May. The boats are filled with many stone crab traps, which are specifically designed to catch these specific crustaceans without causing bycatch of other sea species. The traps are most commonly manufactured out of wood or plastic, having a bottom weight and entrance tubes that allow the crabs to enter but can't leave. Step 2. Baiting the traps. Stone crab traps are baited using fish remains, typically mullet or other oily fish that release aroma into the water column. This is what attracts the stone crabs into the trap. The effectiveness of the bait is an important factor in successful fishing operations, and expert fishermen have often developed custom-preferred mixtures of bait based on years of learning the same locations. Step 3. Strategic trap deployment. As soon as stone crab season opens, fishing boats release hundreds or thousands of traps in key spots throughout the bottom of the sea floor. The spots are carefully chosen with reference to historical data, water temperature, bottom structure, and experience on the part of captains familiar with the stone crab's habitat preferences. Every trap is marked with a buoy bearing distinctive identification that reveals the owner so they can find their gear when retrieval time comes. Step 4. The soaking period. After deployment, the traps undergo a soaking period that will typically take 24 to 48 hours. This provides sufficient time for stone crabs in the area to detect the bait and make their way into the traps. The retrieval timing is an important decision between catching as much as possible on one side and operational effectiveness and weather on the other. Step 5. Retrieving the traps. Once the soaking period is completed, fishing vessels return to their lines of traps based on the orders of buoys on the surface. Hydraulic pullers or hand-hauling methods are used by the crew members to pull each trap onto the surface. The process requires skill and timing, especially in turbulent sea conditions when coordination between the vessel operator and the deck crew is essential. Step 6. Harvesting the claws. Since each trap reaches the surface, it's quickly pulled aboard and opened to find any stone crabs that were captured. The crew works efficiently to handle each crab, using special techniques to pull only legal-sized claws while keeping the crab intact for release. Legally, it is only claws that are a minimum of 2.75 inches long that can be taken, and just one claw may be removed if both are large enough, improving the chances of survival for the crab. Harvesting is carried out using a very specific method where the crab is held firmly while the claw is twisted and snapped at a specific point, leaving the joint that will allow new growth. This humane method gives the crab its best opportunity for survival when it is released into the sea. The crab is then released directly into the water, where it will begin to regrow the lost claw, a biological characteristic that makes stone crab fishing one of the more sustainable of the seafood fisheries if properly regulated. Step 7. Initial preservation on board. Aboard the vessel, the recently harvested claws are immediately placed into ice slurry containers to prevent any enzymatic degradation and to keep them fresh. The rapid chilling is vital to the maintenance of meat quality because stone crab claw meat is prone to spoiling quickly if mishandled. The claws remain in this initial stage of chilling until the vessel returns to port. Step 8. Dockside transfer and grading. Upon docking, today's catch comes off the boats and is trucked to the processing facilities for further grading and preparation. Claws are graded by size and sold, with larger ones commanding premium market prices. Stone crab claws are usually defined in the trade as medium, large, jumbo, and colossal, depending on specific weights within each category. Step 9. Quality control and cleaning. Quality control technicians inspect each claw for cracks, color shift, or other imperfections that may affect market value. Such sorting guarantees that only the finest quality product continues through the chain of processing to maintain the high image of stone crab claws in the market. After sorting, the stone crab claws get a thorough washing to remove surface detritus or impurities. Cleaning is meticulous, with some rinsing sometimes needed in repeated steps to make the product meet very demanding food safety requirements. The meticulous attention to being clean attests to the superior quality of the product and its end use in high-end restaurants. Step 10. The precise cooking process. The culinary process of cooking stone crab claws is a precise science that directly impacts the quality of taste and texture of the finished product. The claws are immersed in deep industrial cookers in scalding water for a precisely controlled duration, typically 7 to 8 minutes, based on size. The cooking duration is important, as overcooking will result in meat that is difficult to remove from the shell, while undercooking can compromise food safety and texture. Step 11. Rapid cooling. Once the cooking process is complete, the claws are submerged in an ice bath to cool rapidly. The shocking process halts the cooking process and makes the meat separate from the shell, thereby making it easy for the consumers to reach the tender flesh inside. Cooling must be monitored closely to prevent the claws from becoming waterlogged, which could dilute their own natural flavor. Step 12. Final inspection and packaging. As they cool, the claws are once again examined before packaging. Claws that have cooking defects or damage are removed from the line. The rest of the product is loaded in specific arrangements based on consistency in size and demand in the marketplace. Some processors crack the shell slightly so it can be more easily opened by the final consumer, though others leave it up to the final user based on market demands. New stone crab claw packaging methods are oriented toward presentation and preservation. In restaurant wholesale distribution, claws are packaged in large specialty packages that provide temperature integrity during the supply chain. In retail markets, claws are usually packaged in clear packaging, which showcases their orange and black colors. Step 13. Freezing and storage. Most stone crab processors utilize blast freezers or flash freezing equipment to rapidly cool the product to optimize storage temperature. Rapid freezing of this type inhibits ice crystal formation in the meat, which helps to preserve the natural texture that stone crab lovers expect. The frozen product can be then warehoused for extended periods of time without quality loss. Step 14. Distribution to markets. For new distribution, where there is a premium market price, stone crab claws are transported in gel ice packs or our proprietary refrigerating materials in insulated shipping containers. These shipments go through expedited logistics channels to reach markets throughout the nation within 24 to 48 hours of processing, so customers receive the freshest available product. Step 15. Final preservation and serving. Once they have been transported to restaurants or retail outlets, stone crab claws are readied for final presentation for serving. At restaurants, the claws are often served on ice beds with accompaniment sauces. Most traditionally, a mustard-based dipping sauce that has become de rigueur for stone crab cuisine. The tough shell is often pre-cracked, so the customer can easily expose the sweet, tender meat inside, a sustainable seafood treasure. Stone crabs occupy a unique niche in the seafood market, as highly prized for taste as for the relatively sustainable practice of harvesting only renewable claws and not the rest of the creature. Harvesting only the renewable claws instead of the entire animal is a shrewd answer to marine resource harvesting that, combined with strict size restrictions and seasonal closures, is designed to ensure the stone crab population remains healthy for generations to come. The journey from ocean floor to fine dining plate is one of a number of carefully crafted steps, each contributing to the highest level of quality and distinctive experience that stone crab claws provide for discerning seafood connoisseurs. As a Florida culinary icon, stone crabs embody the merging of prehistoric fishing knowledge, modern processing techniques, and conservation-oriented harvesting practices. If you found this information valuable, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth looks at sustainable food production.